Hi, I'm Tom Bradford. Good to see you in this video, which is another live stream. I'm going to talk about the endorsing bodies, which are going to be listed shortly. There's no list available currently, but there will be one soon. I'm speaking with the bodies that are going to be becoming endorsing bodies for the startup and innovator visa routes. I can't believe that it's already the 28th of March, so these visa routes are imminent. The endorsing bodies at the moment are very few, and so if you want help with identifying an endorsing body for your UK startup or innovator business venture, let me know and I can help you. I'm acting for a number of clients who are going to be applying under this route and preparing applications now. There's a quite complex process involved. A lot depends on the business plan, but also on the relationship with the incubators. I have with the incubators or universities, so in other words, with the endorsing body. I have relationships with universities and also with the incubators and accelerators. So that, of course, helps. I'd be delighted to assist you if you want help applying under one of these visa routes. So in this video, what I'm going to talk about is the requirements for an endorsing body. You can check out my other videos that I've done in this series, the same series, about the requirements and the timescales involved, and also the pathway to settlement. Let's make a start then. I have prepared some details about that, and I'll link them below. But we're going to have a look at them now. So the first is the definition of an endorsing body. So all of this is taken from an extract from my book, which you can find on the link below. And I've just drawn out the quote here, which is the definition of an endorsing body. So it's an organisation that's been approved by the Home Office to endorse applicants in the relevant visa category. So you can have an endorsing body that is approved for the purposes of endorsing startups and but not for the purposes of endorsing under the incubator visa route. So I think this is really important because, as I've said in previous live streams, the startup visa does not give you a pathway to settlement in itself. It only gives you 2 years. And within those 2 years, you're expected to make progress with your business and then switch over into the innovator route. Now, if you've been endorsed by an endorsing body for the purposes of a startup visa, then ideally you want to be endorsed by that same body for the purposes of the innovator visa. And that innovator visa will put you on a pathway to settlement after 3 years if you meet all the criteria. So it's important that the endorsing body that you pick, that you select, can be an endorsing body both for the purposes of the startup visa and for the innovator visa. Let's have a look at that now. So the body itself has to apply. Now, who can be an endorsing body? For startup visas, it can either be a university, UK university, or an organisation like an incubator or accelerator. That's my summary. So a university is defined as a higher educational institution that's funded by the Higher Education Funding Council, and it has processes for identifying, nurturing and developing entrepreneurs among the undergraduate and postgraduate population. So one of my university contacts is actually heads up the sort of entrepreneurial team, and it's about helping graduates move into the startup space and the scale up space, or looking to become founders and then accelerate them to success within the UK market that they select. So only certain universities, though, actually will meet these criteria and will have a track record of being able to support graduates in these cases. Incidentally, I think this is really interesting for Tier 4 graduates. So if you're on a Tier 4 visa currently in the UK and you're looking to switch, these visa routes are actually intended to replace the Tier 1 graduate entrepreneur category and the Tier 1 entrepreneur category itself, so the previous 50k route or 200k route. They replace all of that, but you can now switch into a startup visa from tier 4 without having to leave the UK, which is great. So you can switch into a work visa category, or you can switch into a startup visa category. So bear that in mind. And if your university is not yet an endorsing body, then I'd be very happy to help to get them to that state. I think there are certain universities who are interested in doing that. If your university is not receptive to that, or it's not going to be applying to become an endorsing body, again, speak to me and I can connect you with a university that can do that. Now, let's go to the next part. Accelerators and incubators. So leaving aside universities, you've got accelerators and incubators. This means an organisation which has a proven track record of supporting UK entrepreneurs. And that's why I say it's going to be accelerators or incubators. Interestingly, it doesn't have to be. It's just that accelerators have specifically been mentioned by the government in terms of what they envisage. So an accelerator is actually set up specifically for this. So a proven track record of supporting UK entrepreneurs, including resident workers, or it has a new organisation set up for this purpose by another body which has its own track record of this nature. So that's true of, say, a foreign accelerator or incubator that's setting up in the UK. And this is the key point, it has the support to be an endorsing body by a UK or devolved government department as being clearly linked to the department's policy objectives. So here you are really talking about Department for International Trade, but potentially in some of my cases, some of my clients who are in the health startup space, so health tech space, you're talking about the NHS supporting their endorsing body. Let's have a look at the next part. Again, I've just made the point here that I'm liaising with accelerators regarding their applications for endorsing body status. And just this point, there's no express mention of universities in the context of innovator visas, but the effect of the rules is as follows. If you start with a university as your endorsing body and you then switch from the startup visa to the incubator visa, which puts you on a pathway to settlement, then the university would be able to endorse you again. But this is subject to the university itself having the support of a government body. Now, that's not a requirement for the purposes of the startup visa from a university's perspective, but it is for the innovator visa. So this was a quick guide. I'm going to be producing a list of endorsing bodies, and in the interim, by all means, touch base with me. My details are below. You can also subscribe here. I'll be giving updates on this subject. You can check out my WhatsApp details if you prefer to contact me on WhatsApp. Stay well, and I will see you in the next video. Many thanks.